Right, all aboard the SAMBABUS at Alsace. Here we go then, new week of daily races on GT7, back in the house with Daily Race A. Starting off the week, this week on Alsace in the good old Volkswagen SAMBABUS. And we're taking the SAMBABUS around 5 laps of the Alsace test course on the Comfort soft tyre, 1x fuel, 1x tyre, BOP. So, something a bit different then compared with Daily Race A last week. Not driven the SAMBABUS before, so yeah, should be fun. Nice bit of casual SAMBABUS action. As I say, all aboard the SAMBABUS. And today we'll have a bit of cockpit cam, you know, just to enjoy the drive, enjoy the scenery and all that. Got about 40 brake horsepower there and thereabouts underneath the hood. We're not going to be going round at breakneck speed. Still, the racing should be good. As I say, looking forward to it. We'll get ourselves in then, see what happens. Here we are then, going from P4. And away we go then, all aboard the SAMBABUS. Here we go then, into the first corner, checking my mirrors to see if anything's there. Got one there on the inside, another one there just going through as well then, so down to P6. Bit of door banging there just in front there. But for the most part, we're all round in our SAMBABUSes then, around the first corner. Enjoyed the drive as we get down to the uphill bits now. Going to keep this one and throw it into that corner there. Get to about sort of here. Quick downshift to third there to maintain that momentum. A bus there on the inside, just sort of watch out for them. Back into fourth gear then, and foot to the floor. Then down to the final corner then, have a quick look there in my mirrors. Around the final corner then, really trying to carry the speed around the outside there as P6 goes down the inside. And on to lap 2. The SAMBABUS wheels keep on rolling, and rolling indeed, back into the first corner, but down. Going to try and stay on the inside this time, holding that speed of around 60 miles an hour there, just trying not to catch the back end there of the SAMBABUS there, just in front of us. Not necessarily breakneck speeds here today, as I say, but still, good racing. Into the hill then, just watching out there, and a bit of contact there, oh, and saving it a bit there, and I've had a bit of a tap there as well, going up the hill. We downshift to third then, as I say, to maintain that momentum to get us up the hill. Here we are then now in P6 as we head towards the final corner, and on to lap 3 then, as I say. Nice enjoyable drive so far, and we can fully commit into the first corner. We've got nobody behind us or anybody to the side of us. Working then on towards the back of P5 then, but very firmly planted to the floor in this one then, as it will be for pretty much, I'd say, at least 95% of the lap round here. One SAMBABUS, get up the hill, then it's timing that shift there back into fourth at the top of the hill, as to say. Keep up that momentum, keep it going into the final corner, trying to close onto the back of P5 in a nice tight line there through the final corner. On the trick, 6/10 now as we start the fourth lap. Marshall there, waving the green flag, waving us through and onto the fourth lap. Looking as though we are poised here for a possible move into P5. Just a case of where to go here. Going to sort of try to get on the inside like that, but as I say, they're just coming across us there like that. Try not to lose too much momentum going up the hill. Got a nice gap there of 2.3 to the car, or to the bus. The SAMBABUS behind us then. There's the green flag man again, waving us through onto the final lap. We drop back a bit then from P5, just trying to make some inroads then on this final lap. Really hold the line on the inside there. Ride less of the racetrack than the SAMBABUS in front to close the gap. Here we are then on the back of P5 once again. Right, try to get them off here if we can. Oh, but it just sort of drags a bit, doesn't it? Going up the hill, try to throw the SAMBABUS into the final corner. A bit of a run here on P5. Not quite though, but it is going to be P6. There we are then, not so bad. Nice, enjoyable, scenic drive in the good old SAMBABUS. A real classic, the SAMBABUS there from the, I think it was the 1950s when it was first manufactured. People taking it out, no doubt, on camping trips and days out and things like that in the in the mid to mid 1960s. It just lacks ever so slightly in the going uphill department, but in the grand scheme, not so bad. And as ever, if you do happen to enjoy my pretty average driving at best on GT7, do like and subscribe, I really do appreciate it. And if you do enjoy going all aboard the SAMBABUS today, do let me know by dropping a like on the video and hit the bell for notifications, just so you know when I upload new videos of me spinning out and crashing everywhere and getting all aboard the SAMBABUS on GT7. Right then, we'll get back in and see how it goes. Here we are then on the grid in P5. Right, here we go. Foot to the floor, into the first corner. Keep ourselves in situ here then in P5. Stay to the inside then. Have a bit of a look here at P4. There we go then into P4. Try to go with the buses in front of us there. Quick look then in the old mirrors then before we get ourselves up the hill then. Foot to the floor about here. Downshift to third. And onto the back of P3 now. Quick look there in my main mirror there for all the buses behind us. And a move here maybe on P3 then, towards the end of the first lap. Here we go then. Let's see what the SAMBABUS can do. Well, a bit of a drift there from P3. Just focus then on getting ourselves round the final corner then. On to lap 2 then, in P4 then. So, not so bad so far. Back into the first corner then, but very firmly planted to the floor, as we say. 57, 58 mile an hour in the SAMBABUS. Now a case of holding on here to P4 then, and up the hill we go once again. Sit, clip the curb on the inside, nice, and up towards the apex there with that downshift again to third. I'll try to keep it around 30, 35 mile an hour on that bit there. Keep up the top speed just enough to get yourself over the top. Now throw the SAMBABUS into the final corner like that. Good exit and get ourselves onto the back of P3 then, and over the line onto that third lap now. We are with P3 once again. Well, I'm going to try and commit down the inside there. Through we go, SAMBABUS power into P3, and now try to hold on then as we go up the hill once again. That's it, come on SAMBABUS, you can do it. It sure can. So we hold on there to P3 then. Right, bit of a look there from the SAMBABUS behind this. We sort of start to make our turn into the final corner. A bit wide there, down to P4, but I can't see P4. Oh, there they are. Oh, that's P5. Either way, there are two SAMBABUSes right behind us then as we start the fourth lap. Good bit of technical SAMBABUS racing here on the Alsace. Trying to go into the first corner. They've got a SAMBABUS there just going through on the inside there. There they go. Oh, and I caught it a bit there on the curb there. Just going to allow the other bus there to go through. So now down to P5. Sort of try to keep ourselves going the best we can then. Trying to get on the back of these two then. Final lap, P5. Just keep our foot down. Let's just keep going. The SAMBABUS, small but mighty. Keep our foot down then all the way through this corner. Nice tight line there, and sitting at 1.3 then behind the two ahead of us there then. A bit later there with the downshift to third. Get off the corner a bit quicker there, that was quite good. Although, could be too little too late. Yeah, we'll conclude this lovely scenic Alsace drive then in P5. There we go then. I think we might have to take the back seats out, I think, to get a bit more going up the hill there. Take out the back seats, strip the bus bare. So the only thing left in it is the steering wheel, the pedals, and the seat to sit in. Could take one of these to a track day, couldn't you? Be alright. Take it somewhere like Silverstone or Donington Park or somewhere like that. Take it around the Nürburgring, that'd be nice. Well, I'm not actually sure if anything like this would be allowed on the Nürburgring, or to any sort of track day in general. You never know. You could still get one and do a nice little road trip somewhere. France, to the Alsace countryside. What about Italy and the Riviera all down there? That'd be quite nice. Drive through the French Alps or go to Nice and into Italy that way. That'd be quite nice. So yeah, so far so good. Enjoying this week's Daily Race A. Let's carry on. Right, here we go then. From P6. And away we go then. Here we are then, into the first corner once again. Going to tuck ourselves in then behind reggae music. Through there, going P6 then, so down to P7 then. Going round the first corner, 2 there, 3, I think there's 1 alongside us as well. There is indeed 1 alongside us as we go through. Oh, just over the curb like that. Oh, and it sort of compromised us there a bit. Oh, come on. Have to use second there to get ourselves up the hill there. Back into third then. And P8 there looks to they've taken a bit of a whack there on the back of their SAMBABUS. And we're going on then P9, quite possibly P8 as we go into the final corner. Going to keep ourselves in here on the inside. On to lap 2 then. What have we got? 10 SAMBABUSes then. Making our way around the Alsace in this one. Big group there of them going through the first corner. So there's about 6 of them in that group there. We're tagging along, making our way here in P9. We've not had any crashes as of yet on this daily race so far. I say so far because, you know, you never know. Yellow flags though, and looks as though somebody there has indeed had a crash. Looks as though, yeah, SAMBABUS warfare up at the front then in this one. Keep ourselves going then. On to lap 3. Yeah, we could do with like taking the back seats out, as I say. Maybe get some nitrous in here as well. That'd be quite good. Give the SAMBABUS a bit more power. As the BOP does sort of nerf the performance of the bus a little bit. Go and tune it. It will then take off all the tuning parts that you put on with the BOP restrictions for the daily race. Still good fun, nevertheless. The marshals there waving those green flags, waving us on. Looking there at P6 as we do indeed start. 4th lap on this one. Trying to make some inroads then. Sort of quite hard to make inroads in the SAMBABUS. 2 there side by side. Up the hill again then, and again, just wait for that moment. Now go for the 3rd gear downshift. Just keeping it just above 35 there. That's going to allow us there to get on the back of P7 now. Through we go. The green flags waving us on. I check our mirrors for the final corner. There they are. Just get ourselves round. Now start pursuing the next guy. Final lap, P7 opportunity though at P6. We'll see what happens. Keep our foot planted to the floor, going through the first corner, making small inroads on the SAMBABUS in front then, just over a second. We'll see how we go going through here, and what we did last time. So like now, well, not quite. One of these things, 1 mile an hour, can really sort of make all the difference. And the final corner we go ourselves now, and we're going to run to the line then in P7. Not so bad then. Good bit of casual, enjoyable driving at Alsace in the good old SAMBABUS. Good enjoyable racing. Come back to this one at some point then for a nice casual drive at some point. Meantime, we'll get ourselves to daily races B and C, and we'll check them out, see what's going on.